What's up YouTube, this is Cresta, and as a lot of you guys know, I've made a Nicholas deck profile, which you can see right here. If you want to click on that, check it out. In response to that video, a lot of people have been asking me if I can make another deck, pretty much that comes in the same set, called Spirit Beasts. And, well, here's the deck. It's pretty cool stuff. So I made proxies of the deck, which means I can play test with it and have it pit up against Nicholas and see who's the better deck. What Spirit Beasts are is they're kind of more control based versus Nicholas like speedy drop rituals based deck. So it's a pretty cool matchup. And yeah, if you guys want to know how I made these proxies, you can click on this video right here. And it'll take you to a video that can show you how to make proxies. And if you want to print out these proxies right here, the description box down below will have a link to the images where you can print them out yourself, cut them out yourself, and make your own proxies so you can fiddle with. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the deck profile, shall we? Alright, to get started off, I play 3 copies of Lyra, 3 copies of Elder, and 3 Wen. They're all spirit tamers, and they all pretty much bring out a spirit beast from different parts of the game. She brings out from the graveyard, he brings out from her hand, and she brings out from the banish, which is basically where they're going to be most of the time. Next we have 3 Kanahaks, 3 Apelio, 2 Pedoflin, and 2 Repentas. They're all noble spirit beasts, which you need to fuse with your spirit beast tamers. He's a gold Stark for any spirit beast card. He banishes from the graveyard to gain 500 for the entire turn for every spirit beast in the field, and you can do that on either player's turn, so like 500 attack and 500 defense. He banishes a spirit beast card from your hand to bounce 1 card back from the field back to the hand, and he sends a fusion from your extra deck to your banish in order to send like the equivalent for the deck to the graveyard. So he's like a Armageddon Knight in a way. If you want to translate that somewhat, he banishes from deck, he banishes from graveyard, banishes from hand, and banishes from the extra deck, plus mills from the deck. So they all set up for future plays, as well as bring out your plays while setting up your plays. If you guys want to learn more about how that works, just check out the test play video, which I will post after the deck profile. Plus I play 1 Tempest and 1 Debris Dragon. Tempest combos with Kanahak, which I'll show you later, and Debris for easy Lightning Chidori plays. Alright, moving on with the spells. I play 3 Emergency Teleports, 2 Misties, 1 DeFi, Raigeki, Foolish, Creature Swap, and Gold Sark. E-Telly is really just a setup card. If you have a Noble Beast out, you E-Telly for a Tamer, because all Tamers are Psychic, and then you can start off with your play from there. MSTs because Vanities really hurts his deck, and it's just a good way to clear back row, which is something that this deck is lacking in, is back row destruction. DeFi, all the Spirit Beasts, they love the Banish Zone. So DeFi not only helps this deck work, but it stops the opponent from doing cool things. Obvious, Foolish, you want to Foolish Tempest because he's like your MVP card. And if you can Foolish a Noble Beast in order to have a target for Lyra to special from the graveyard to get your system going. You play a lot of tiny monsters, and this is a good way to steal their Trishula, which is Troll, and Gold Star to banish Tempest to get the Redragon. Or I can banish a Noble Beast, so Wen can have a target to special from the banish zone. So a lot of cool synergy with that. Onwards with the traps. 3 combinations with the Spirit Beast. What this card does is that if you have a Spirit Beast monster on the field, you pop any number of monsters on the field up to the number of Spirit Beasts that you have. The good thing too is that this card does not target because it does not know how much you're popping. And it's searchable, so that's what makes it even better. So you search it out, and then you can have any pops whenever you want. And if you do it right, you can have like 4 Spirit Beasts on the field at all times, which is really, really cool. Bottomless, Delphinus Chain, Macrocosmos, Warning, and because I believe that whenever this deck comes out, the majority of its matchups are going to be Neckcloths, so that's why I'm main decking 2 Mind Crushes. This build is really geared towards fighting against Neckcloth because that's going to be everywhere whenever this deck comes out. So yeah, that's the traps. Alright, now it's time for the extra deck. First I play 3 Sacred Spirit Beasts, Mount Apelio, 3 Mount Cunahawks, and 3 Mount Petalfins. Little trivia for you guys, if you guys haven't noticed. This card is a combination between Lyra and Apelio. This one's a combination of Elder and Cunahawk. And this one is a combination of Wen and Petalfin. Or Petalfin. Now for their effects, all of them can contact fuse between any Tamer and any Noble Spirit Beast. And you can make any of them. So you can make this with these two, or this with these two, like any combination. And they all have the effect of, during either player's turn, you can decontact them to special summon any Banish, Tamer, and Noble Spirit Beast. So just any combination. It doesn't have to be where you fuse for it. It can just be anything that's banished between them. And basically, like if you attack into like a D-Prison, you can dodge it by decontacting. Or if they get targeted by your opponent's, like Ryza, you can decontact them and then bring them out in the field to effectively dodge things. Not only that, when you decontact them during your opponent's turn, you turn 1 into 2, and you power up combination so you have another target to pop with. So that's pretty dope. As for their individual effects, oh yeah, another trivia, they all add up to 3,000. So like him, his attack is 26, defense is 400, 3,000. When you attack, it's a Star Eater. That's basically it. He is 14, 16, again 3,000. You can unbanish 2 banished Spirit Beast cards and search your deck for any Spirit Beast card. So you can search out this one generally, that's what I do. Or if you don't have any Spirit Beast Tamers in your hand for next turn, I would add either Lyra if I have a Spirit Beast in my graveyard, or I would add Wen if I have a banished Spirit Beast. And, you know, it's a good way to fix the hand. So like, you know, after you add, you can decontact into anything, and then recontact into this one. What this one is 200 attack, 2800 defense, pretty big, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's a really good wall. So you have an attacker, a searcher, and a wall. That's a lot of utility for the extra deck. With Spirit Beast Cunahawk, that's the reason why I play Tempest. That way I can just banish 2 from the graveyard, and then have a 24 beater on the field for free, and use this effect to unbanish them to get a search off. So it's unlimited ammo and unlimited special summons with these 2 right here. And that is pretty dope, pretty dope. And these are literally the only ones I ever play. That, I mean, you never really touch anything else in your extra deck. That's why I have 3 of each, really just for aesthetic purposes. I like seeing 3-3-3, looks cool that way. The only other extra deck cards you use are like rank 4s, and the only one you ever really do use is Lightning Chidori, with Debris Dragon and Petalfin, the small one. Other than that, you have your other generic rank 4s. You never really make these, like they're just here just in case. And this is level 3 right here. This one, what it does is that you need 2 level 3 wind monsters in order to make it. So I usually have a banish Wen, and I can summon the Wen, special this one, and then exceed into Totem Bird. And what it does is it's a Lagia for spells and traps. And then it loses 300 attack when you do that, so it's not that great. Really, it's only because of Neckcloth, so we can negate the ritual spell. That's really the only reason this is here. So yeah, that's the extra deck, guys. So, this is my Spirit Beast deck profile. I hope you guys like it. If you want, go ahead and click this video right here in order to see the Shao Play video that I've made, so I can show off the deck. I play with it with some Shao hands, and you guys can learn how the deck works firsthand before anybody else. So yeah, and this is pretty much it. This is Crowcresta signing out.